Back to where it all began. Things have changed a little bit. Right, 4 flame boys. Lovely stuff. And Pisk. See what I mean about damage that flame boys can do to you? It's not pleasant. I'll tell you that for nothing. Now, is it going to be worth me lighting a bonfire in here? I think it will, because again, this is an area where the chances of me getting thoroughly killed are higher than 0. So maybe we will. Now I think we've got some parrying practice up here. Can you be parried, Mr. Black Knight? That's a big sword you got. Of course you can. We're doing sizable damage now. Oh, this is spiffing. Fatality. Down in 2. Black Knight shield! Red Titanite chunk. So, what have we got? 100% for that, and stability 57, stability 62. Much higher fire resistance. Slightly lower magic resistance. I'll take it nonetheless. And that shouldn't be affecting our rolls. No, good. Oh, it was a good decision to come back here. Now, this is where we met the chap that was nearly squashed by a ball. Old Oscar of Astorius, I think he is. Oscar of somewhere, anyway.
It doesn't matter what your name is!
Doesn't seem that pleased to see us, probably because we murked him and took his flask without saying a word. Oh well. You got fat rolls, mate. It's not going to get you anywhere. And the crest shield. Now that, I believe, is a magic shield. Let's have a look. 80% damage mitigation for magic attacks. We're actually going to put that one on whilst we're here because, well, there's a good reason.
What the?
Oh, bollocks. Somebody forgot the rolling ball attack returns. And I've got no excuse for that one. I can't call that one a gotcha, because if I didn't see that one coming, then that's just a lack of caution on my part and no mistake. It's like an old friend at this point, Rolly Ball. Now, why are you guys just the same feeble guys that you were before? That's no fun. And I imagine this lad around the corner is also the same. Oh, there's 2 of them. Gosh, what shall we do? Apparently, what we're doing doesn't include parrying. But it does include murking those dudes and using our new key to open the door. This doesn't really take us anywhere special, it just takes us to this item. The Rusted Iron Ring. I'm pretty sure that's one of those with the old cryptic description. Improves balance on poor footing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Basically, if you're in a surface that makes you run slow, like muck or water, things of that ilk, then you just run at normal speed on them. It's rather handy. We'll be using it down in Blighttown, which is why I returned to pick it up. And whilst we're here, I believe there's another Black Knight we can go toe to toe with, so let's try that one on for size. So we're going all the way back to our initial cell. And we've fallen in the water. So yeah, you see this water, we're moving slowly in it right now. We could run around in it if we were wearing the rusted iron ring at this moment in time. But we're not here for that immediately. There is a boss lurking around that we will be taking care of shortly. Now, can you be parried? Guess that's a yes. Can you be backstabbed? Of course you can. Are you still alive? Not for long. A second Black Knight shield. You gotta love it. The peculiar doll. Now, what's this then? I believe it's a key item, yeah. A strange doll with strange dress. A cold and lonely painted world. Maybe we shall visit said painted world at a later time. Oh, hello. He looks like fun. Maybe we've got enough to squeeze in one more level up before we say hello to whatever that was. We'll have to check the old levels to see what we need. We might not have enough soulage. We are 19 souls short of a level. It's pretty pathetic. We need a mook. Yeah, alright, mooks. That's enough. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but your work here is done. Bit more vitality could come in handy. Usually does. Now let's do that again with less incompetence on my part. So the floor in here got a bit buggered when the old asylum demon jumped down from the roof and smashed it in. So the idea is you come back to the asylum demon, you just walk in, you're like, herp-a-derp, strolling along. Let me just deal with this guy. And you're like, oh, it's this old room again, is it? Wow, my god, what's happening? And what's happening is the stray demon. Yeah, it deals big magic damage with its butt attack, with its sweepy attacks. So we're just going to try and run around behind it and pop it in the ass a few times. But yes, that's almost a complete cone around in that attack, so it's kind of dick. Where's he going? It's just doing that enough for me to heal, I think. I don't like this boss at all. Alright. Now, maybe we can do the old run in, run out. Just keep running around behind him. There is a trick to him, I think. I'm not good at said trick yet, so let's see. There we go. You run in, you run out. And then you run in, and you run out. By golly, he's getting it. And then you just keep running behind him until you can do it again. I'm actually feeling semi-confident now that I seem to know the trick. Well, I knew the trick, but now I seem to have actually executed it properly for the first time. Come on. And there it goes. Just keep hitting him in the tail. Yeah, so this is often the problem with the huge bosses in Dark Souls, is you just spend the fight looking at a big butt And I like big butts. But in this situation, not ideal. He goes for another fly. Doesn't do a lot with that one. Round we go, maybe. He goes for another one. Just getting in those chops where we can. Maybe the range isn't so bad as I thought it was on that magic attack. Because yeah, I might have time to get back in for 2 strikes, but I don't know if that's wise. Come on, same again. Bit more fly. Pretty fly for a fat guy. And round we go once more. That looks like the magic attack. And we got in a double there? We did. Although we're not going to this time because we were way too far off. But there's a double. Lovely. Oops. Wow, at least I knew he was coming into range for that second one. Gotta watch those stamina levels. And yeah, just keeping it cautious. Keeping it safe. Too close. No, we're not too close. And back in we go. Bloody hell. A free Estus flask as well, mid-fight. Can't argue with that. That one was nowhere even close to us. I'm sure that one was going to hit us. I think maybe it was just that they cleaned up the graphics in the remastered version and it's now easier to see and dodge. I'm sure this fight was tougher in the old version, because I've just rinsed it in 1 attempt, like some sort of good player. And we've got a Titanite slab. That gets your weapons up to plus 15, I believe. And a humanity and a homeward bone. Good fight. Wasn't expecting the win there. Trouble is... Oh yeah, that's good. That's where the Black Knight would have jumped us. Trouble is, now we are running out of things that we can do that aren't bell gargoyles. The next 2 things we should do probably should be ringing bells of awakening numbers 1 and 2. So, where to begin? Probably the same place we always begin. Firelink Shrine. A plan unfolds in this noggin of mine. Let's see. 2 more levels of attunement give us an attunement slot. I think we will take this, because I would like a little bit of pyromancy as we go. So now we can attune our fireball. Let's pop it on the old offhand. And now yeah, we got a bit of magic. But I do want to buy a new spell off Laurentius.
Oh, hello there. I'll play as always.
Combustion. We'll take that as well, because it's got more uses.
Come back if you
I've got some slimes to kill, you see. We will need some magic for that. Pretty sure I called you Griggs earlier as well. Don't know why I would have done that. Barry's never met anyone by that name.
help me. Damn.
Now let's tune our combustion. Now we should probably go to Blighttown, now that we've opened the door and everything. But yeah, Blighttown can be a pain in the bum to get through the top, so instead we will go down the Knight-Lautrec Memorial Staircase. And then if we look over here, we find the second one. And an elevator. Somewhere. There it is. And down we go. And back up the elevator goes. That's probably fine. If we die down here, we need it up top anyway. Nothing in there, I believe. But down here, maybe? A soul. But where are we anyway? New Londo Ruins. This is where we are. It's not where we want to be right now. We'll be coming back here later on to actually do things. And to do those things, we're going to need some of these transient curses. This area is full of horrible ghost-like things. You can't actually damage them unless you've either died and been cursed, or you've earned the effect of a transient curse. Just thought I'd bring that up, because it'll be relevant later. And the S-Stock as well. I believe that's a big strength-based rapier type weapon. Pretty cool. Whilst we're here, we may as well pop over to this sunbather. And down here we find
This is unusual. More important. Well, I'm Rickett of Vinheim.
Rickett of Vinheim.
Can
He would be your primary blacksmith if you were a magic user.
I'll show you.
Because he can reinforce. I mean, he can do up to +5 just fine, but he generally does magic related stuff. What's he got for sale? Oh, he's got some spells available as well on the catalyst, so
Come back soon.
yeah, he's your man if magic is your goal. But this is not why we're here again. We're here so we can head through a door up here. Master key is required for this door, unless you've been through Blighttown and come out the back end. And then you've got the right key. The Valley of the Drakes. It's not really an area. It's basically a long chain of shortcuts. We can cross this bridge, and we could head down this way, and past that bridge, and further down there's a way that leads into the Darkroot Basin area, and there's another door down there that would lead you into New Londo Ruins once certain conditions have been met. But the reason we're here today is so we can sneak into the back end of Blighttown. Lovely place. Oh, hey buddy. Big slow boys. Pretty easy to backstab. Like so. And we got another one of these guys. Missed the stab, not a problem. We can just keep hacking away anyway. And he's down, simply enough. And he's dropped a dung pie. Delicious. There we go. None of them dropping the large club? Nope, just more dung pies. Large club's a fun weapon. I do like big, mighty clubs in this game. But that's not our style, so It would have just been a curiosity more than anything. So we finally make it into Blighttown proper. This is where you would get the chest that gives you the key that leads you through the door that we just opened from the wrong direction. And so now we get to go through one of the least liked areas of the game, probably by most players. But we get to go through it backwards, and it's infinitely more bearable if you do this. Now, I need to be cautious though in this area, because there's some little lads with blow darts, and they are not pleasant to deal with. Whoop. Come on, camera. There we go. Yeah, I won't even wait for you to attack. I'll just give you a bit of a biff. Mosquitoes. They're a feature of this area. They just keep respawning, really. And they'll just bother you whilst you're here. That's them out of the way. Are we at the point yet where we can drop down, or do we need to go down another ladder? I'm being very careful about these toxic dart boys because...
Whoops.
Yep, there we go. We've already been toxicked. It's like ultra poison. Our health is just going to drop all the way down very fast, so let's just see if we can't kill a few of them before we die. That's basically our goal now, I think. Die. Good. Another Mosclum. We might possibly have the Estus we need to survive this. I think we have actually, we've got a ton of Estus. I don't think they can keep reapplying it until it's worn off the first time, so I'm not sure about that though. So let's see what we've got. Get out of my way. Another moss clump. You're going to be annoying for a while. Did one of them fall down? I think one of them fell down. There's also dogs down there. Yeah, one of them's down there. That's a pain. Get out of my way. Another quick sip, and then maybe we can take out this guy. That's the mosquito. And this guy will eventually go down. I can't be toxic again whilst I'm in this position, so all is well. Can we do much against the dogs from up here? We can annoy them, but then is he going to run off? He's going to run off. But can we get Blow Dart Boy who fell down there? Probably not. Unless we come around, maybe. Because if we can take out that guy, then I think we've cleared them. So if we can take him out before we die horribly from toxic, and before he reapplies it,
Brilliant. Amazing.
then we might be in a good spot. Maybe just drop down? I mean, he's the last one. If I drop down and plunging attack him, even if I die to doggos, we're in a strong position. So, come on, hounds. They're being awfully nice, and not charging me en masse. That wasn't expected. And yeah, they go down in one strong attack. Good. Well, we might actually make our way through this area without too much of a problem. And are you going off the edge? Nearly. Nice try, buddy. Another couple of doggos. Guarding a treasure, by the look. And this treasure appears to be a Firekeeper soul. So it could well be that there used to be a bonfire down here. And then the Firekeeper died, and now we've got our soul, so we can get another +1 on the old Estus. Hello. Where'd you come from? Good boy. And yeah, dogs. So now that little diversion is taken care of, we can proceed back on the route we were taking to get down to the ground level of Blighttown. Is there any item over there? There is. Good. Another Proud Knight. Good. We're building up quite the collection of consumable soul items, which is nice. I tend to hang on to them until I come to a shop and realise I've just not got the souls that I need to get what I wanted. So, another ladder down. And a blobby thing. Ladders are for chumps. Are you coming with me down the ladder? Are you going to be stuck to me for like the rest of Blighttown? Because that would be awkward. There you go. Yeah, that's a bit rough. Not a lot going on over here, I don't think. But a lift. Oh, there we go. And down, down into the depths. Oh, is that my exit? It might be my exit. Oh well. We've gone all the way down. That's fine. What's that meant to be? Some sort of fire whip? Not on my watch, friendo. So there's a swamp down here. It's horrible and blobby, and you basically can't help but get messed up by it. So we're going to constantly be poisoned down here. There's not a lot we can do about that. What happens if we change Havel's ring to the Rusted Iron ring though? We've still got a mid-roll, but now we can scoot about in the poison, unmolested. Excellent. So we don't need the full equip load right now, so that's all fine and dandy. We'll just stroll about down here at normal pace. Got a big cavern at that end. We're going to leave that for a little while, because we have a bonfire. Lovely stuff. We won't light it just yet, maybe. Well, if we die now, we won't return at that bonfire. I'd rather not die now. So perhaps we'll just pick up this loot and then we'll have a quick sit. And whilst we're down here, we will probably kindle this bonfire to the maximum as well. So what are we going to need for that? 1 humanity for reversing hollowing, and then 3 more to kindle, so 2 more used. Let's get ourselves 20 Estus to keep us going while we're down here, because it's a big area. We might be spending some time in it. I've got plans to spend some time in it to do some grinding for some large titanite shards, so that's certainly something that will be happening. That's why I bought the combustion. Get Ethel up to +10 as quickly as possible. And away we go. Now, it is possible that we'll run into Barry's ex-girlfriend down here. I'm sure it won't happen, but she's around and about, and she's a mean son of a bitch. There she is. Had to happen. So where are you, Mildred? There you are. Don't really need these mosquitoes around whilst we're trying to deal with our lady friend. But the mosquitoes aren't going to stop, so I guess all we can do is keep swinging. And down she goes. Humanity acquired? Butcher knife. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the butcher knife. 90 damage by standard. Axe. Scales of strength to B. Once we get that leveled up a bit, we have found a new friend. You can bugger off. And we'll pop over here, and we've been invaded by an actual player this time, I think. Hopefully this guy is less of an Egypt than the last one. And he'll just kill us swiftly, and then we can go about our business. Bloody mosquitoes. Jeez. No sign of friendo just yet. So we'll just stroll on, I think. It's not important. So there's a ramp going up. I believe that would take us back to the upper parts of Blighttown that we could also get to through the depth store. So we won't worry too much about that right now. We'll stroll over here instead, and yeah, he spotted us. And he's poisoned. Come on then, buddy. Oh, he's got the pickaxe. Lovely. Come on. He's not using the rusted iron ring, so he doesn't want to. Or is he? Ah, I tried to parry, but with the mosquitoes and whatnot, that wasn't happening. Good fight, Adonius. You win this round. There will not be a second round. And we died conveniently within sight of our bonfire. So let's do one quick lap of the grinding route that I'm going to be taking to pick up some more shards. Leeches.
Fire!
Oh, it's leeches, not slimes down here. I didn't even need the combustion after all. But there's a shard on the first one. It's a nice demonstration for you all. If I'd gone to the depth grinding spot, then yeah, combustion would have been very useful there. But as it is, we'll just hold on to it for now. Should be some more leeches around here somewhere. We're just basically doing a big circuit of the outer rim of the swamp. Any gifts for me? Nope. I believe these guys also drop green Titanite shards, which can be useful if you're going for one of the more magic-oriented leveling what's on your weapon. Because you could do, say, a magic build in this game where you still use a weapon, but you've just got it imbued with magic power, so it scales with your intelligence rather than with your strength. So magic doesn't just have to be all about slinging spells and whatnot. It's cool, I like it. But strength and dex builds are the traditional sorts of builds. Not a lot of challenge from these leeches, really. I mean, we've got a strong weapon already. Our axe is like +7 or something. So we just need to keep an eye on the health bars because of the poison. Keep killing off these leeches as we go. Pick up the loots as we go. And who have we got up here? We've got some guy with a large Titanite shard. Spiffing. pretty easy to pull these 1, 2 at a time. And they're not dangerous when they do hit you, really, unless you get caught by 2 or 3 at a time. Down you go. That one pulls from further away than the other one for some reason, because they're weird. Maybe that one was just facing me and this one wasn't, and therefore it's a bit ignorant of the situation that it's in. But then that one pulled, and that was the furthest one away from us, so it's all a bit of a mystery. That was an interesting move. Flung itself out of danger. Now I'd like to use a bunch of different weapons in this game, I feel. So I'll probably end up doing this loop like many, many times. I want to come out of Blighttown with like 30 shards on me, really. The server, is that a great sword? Certainly looked like it. Yeah, it's a great sword. Pretty cool, I guess. So yeah, I'll be doing this loop multiple times to get some shards before we leave this area. And move on. It's all part of the grand plan. Handful more leeches over here and a tree as well. Kind of curious that you have a tree. Well, it's not curious that you have a tree in a swamp, I suppose. But the fact that the swamp is so far below the ground, you kind of see up there bits of the aqueducts and whatnot. So theoretically, if you were floating, you could just chuck yourself off the aqueduct possibly and find yourself down here in the Blighttown swamps. I'm pretty sure the game doesn't let you do that, even if you turn on like God mode. But it looks like it's possible. Ooh, a plank shield. What a magnificent reward. Imminent illusory wall, you say? They were right. And another chest. Twin humanities. That's more like it. That's a proper reward. Now we can leave. But wait. Illusory wall ahead again? That's right, ladies and gents, it's the double illusory wall. And suddenly we're in the Great Hollow. A big hollow tree. Now, is there anything we really want to do in the Great Hollow right now? I know that it's teeming with crystal lizards. It's not a huge area, it's kind of a dead end. Well, the area that follows it is a dead end. But yeah, it's a big old windy passage all the way up and down. Bunch of crystal lizards at various points. I think we'll come back and we'll explore the hollow a bit later. That'd be nice. So yeah, let's go right. What have you got for us, friendo? Another large soul, lovely. Now we're going to come into some more of those big boys if we go this way. Let's see if we can't sneak up on one. These ones are rock tossers. Although sometimes they don't toss the rock, sometimes they just try and bosh you with the rocks. It's not nice. Oh, cool. And they got rolling attacks as well. That's cool. Get out. Right. You get out. Oh. Come on. I don't need your shit while I'm trying to deal with a giant rolly ball man. There, at least that attack isn't the most accurate in the world. Pretty easy to dodge. Yeah, I kind of knew that was coming. And sod it. Another dung pie, because why not? Happily that rock doesn't damage you if it just drops onto your head when they die. Amusing as that would be. The Great Club. Love it. It's basically a tree trunk. And now we can venture onto whatever this is. Looks like we've gone around all the ogre dudes, so they shouldn't bother us if we sneak up top here. Lovely. Poison will wear off in a moment. Quelaag's Domain. That doesn't sound foreboding at all. I'm sure Quelaag's just a lovely person who's going to help us on our way, and fun times will be had by everyone. Should probably go find out, I guess. Maybe wait for our poison to wear off and then chug a quick Estus. I mean, like I say, there's almost certainly nothing wrong with Quelaag. She's probably a lovely person. But just to be on the safe side, we might chug a little Estus before we pop in. Wow, what the hell do you make of that? I think we should make a dead boss. Not a lot of damage there with our weapon, but we should be alright. She's kind of spewing lava all over the floor, which is probably not ideal for us. And yeah, that big old boom attack she does isn't pleasant, but yeah, she's going down so far. Oh god, lava. And stab, stab, stab. But we missed her on the counter attacks. That's not great. And lunging stab? No. Oh god. She spun me round. Cheeky bint. And then when she lowers her head like that, that's when she's going to do a big boom. It's just... that's why you don't attack from the front. Ah, she got us. I just let my health get a little low, swung when she was doing a boom attack, and that's 24,000 souls sat in the boss room. Lovely.